If you compare a stick of butter with a tub of margarine, the packaging can make the choice seem obvious. Words like heart-healthy, made with plant oils, and cholesterol-free sound reassuring. But flip the package over, and the ingredient list often tells a much more complicated story. Here's something most of us do. We grab a tub we've bought for years, toss it into the cart, and never think about it again. After all, it's sitting right next to the butter, so it must be a similar product, right? Not exactly. Some spreads are made with surprisingly simple recipes. Others rely on long ingredient lists because they're designed to stay soft, stable, and consistent for weeks. That's the difference we're looking at today. This isn't about fear. It's about knowing what you're actually paying for. So let's count down from number 8 to number 1. Looking at 8 margarine brands I'd think twice about if you care about what's actually inside. Number 8. The spread that lasts surprisingly long. Parquet has been a familiar name in grocery stores for decades. It was originally introduced as a butter alternative, and many people still remember its famous butter commercials. The issue isn't that Parquet is unsafe. The bigger question is why it stays soft, spreadable, and shelf-stable for so long. To achieve that consistency, Parquet relies on a blend of refined vegetable oils, water, emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial flavors, and colorings. Modern versions no longer contain the partially hydrogenated oils that were once common in margarine, but the product is still heavily processed compared with butter or simpler spreads. If your goal is simply finding something inexpensive that's easy to spread straight from the refrigerator, Parquet does exactly what it promises. But if you're trying to choose foods with shorter, more recognizable ingredient lists, there are simpler options available. Another thing to notice is how rarely people buy Parquet because they've compared ingredients. Most people buy it because it's familiar. That's completely understandable. We tend to trust products we've seen our whole lives. But familiarity isn't the same thing as simplicity, and it's worth separating those two ideas. Number 7. The original tub that hasn't changed much. Blue Bonnet has been around since the 1940s, making it one of the oldest margarine brands in America. Over the years, the recipe has changed to remove artificial trans fats, but its overall approach remains much the same. Instead of focusing on a few basic ingredients, Blue Bonnet combines vegetable oils with water, emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial flavors, and added vitamins to imitate the taste and texture of butter. Many shoppers assume that because it's sold as a butter substitute, it's automatically the healthier choice. But nutrition depends on much more than simply replacing dairy with vegetable oils. A longer ingredient list doesn't automatically mean a food is bad. It simply gives you more to think about before deciding whether it's the best option for your kitchen. Before we keep counting down, if you enjoy practical grocery guides that help you understand what's really in everyday foods, consider subscribing. The goal here isn't to tell you what to eat, it's to make shopping a little easier. Number 6. The heart-healthy favorite. Promise has built much of its reputation around heart health, and many of its products carry messaging about supporting healthy cholesterol levels when used as part of a balanced diet. Those claims are based largely on the inclusion of plant sterols, ingredients that have been shown to help lower LDL cholesterol under certain conditions. But that's only part of the story. Many Promise spreads still contain refined vegetable oils, emulsifiers, stabilizers, and flavorings to achieve their texture and shelf life. The heart health message on the front of the package can sometimes distract shoppers from looking at everything else listed on the back. If you're choosing a spread because of one health claim, it's always worth reading the full ingredient label first. Health claims can be helpful, but they also have a way of narrowing our focus. We see one benefit on the front of the package and stop asking questions. That's why reading the full ingredient list matters. A product can include an ingredient that's backed by research while still being a highly processed food overall. Number 5. The spread made with olive oil. Mostly, Smart Balance olive oil sounds like it should be mostly olive oil. But if you read the ingredient list carefully, you'll find that olive oil is only one part of a broader blend of vegetable oils. That's not unusual. Pure olive oil stays liquid at room temperature, so manufacturers combine it with other oils and ingredients to create a spreadable texture. The problem isn't that the label is inaccurate. It's that many shoppers naturally assume olive oil is the primary ingredient simply because it's featured so prominently on the front of the package. It's a good reminder that the front label is designed to catch your attention. The ingredient list tells you the complete story. Number 4. The budget tub built for convenience. Imperial has long been one of the most affordable spreads in the grocery store. Keeping prices low often means using widely available refined vegetable oils along with stabilizers, emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial flavors, and coloring. Again, none of these ingredients automatically make the product unsafe. But if you're trying to reduce your intake of highly processed foods, Imperial probably isn't the first product you'd reach for. If you're shopping on a tight budget, choices like Imperial can make sense. Everyone has different priorities. The point isn't to judge anyone's grocery cart. It's simply to understand why inexpensive spreads often need more ingredients to deliver the same texture and shelf life consumers expect. Its biggest strength is affordability, not ingredient simplicity. Number 3. The light spread, that's mostly water. Many shoppers see the word light and assume they're automatically making the healthier choice. I can't believe it's not butter. Light lowers calories primarily by increasing the amount of water in the spread. That helps reduce fat per serving, but it also means the product still relies on emulsifiers and stabilizers to hold everything together while maintaining the familiar buttery texture. For people specifically looking to reduce calories, that trade-off may be worthwhile. But light doesn't necessarily mean less processed. Sometimes, it simply means the recipe has been adjusted in a different way. Number 2, the Country Classic with a long ingredient list. Country Crock Original has become one of the best-known butter substitutes in North America. Over the years, the company has expanded into products made with avocado oil, olive oil, and plant-based butter alternatives. But the original spread still relies on a blend of refined oils, water, emulsifiers, preservatives, flavorings, and added colors to achieve its texture. Many families buy it because it's familiar, affordable, and easy to spread. Those are perfectly reasonable reasons. This is also where branding becomes powerful. Country Crock has expanded into newer products with different oils and recipes, so it's easy to assume every tub follows the same approach. That's why it's important to compare one product to another, instead of assuming the entire brand is identical. Just don't confuse familiarity with simplicity. The ingredient list is still much longer than many people expect. Number 1. The healthy spread that deserves a closer look. Brummel and Brown Original Spread often markets itself around yogurt and vegetable oils, giving it a healthier image than traditional margarine. The yogurt ingredient certainly helps distinguish it from many competitors, but yogurt represents only part of the formula. The spread still includes vegetable oils, water, stabilizers, emulsifiers, preservatives, and flavorings that help create its smooth texture and long shelf life. That doesn't make Brummel and Brown a bad product. It simply illustrates the bigger lesson behind this entire list. Marketing usually highlights one positive ingredient, whether that's olive oil, yogurt, or plant sterols. The ingredient panel tells you everything else that made the product possible. So here's the takeaway. Most margarines aren't pretending to be something they're not. They're designed to be affordable, spreadable, and stable in your refrigerator for weeks at a time. The question isn't whether margarine is good or bad. It's whether you're buying it with a clear understanding of what's inside. The next time you're standing in the dairy aisle, spend 10 extra seconds reading the ingredient list instead of just the front of the package. You might discover that the healthiest looking label isn't always the simplest one. And if you found this breakdown helpful, I'd love to have you back for more honest grocery guides that make shopping a little easier, so do hit the subscribe button.